Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, we got the living room is all sort of ready-ish for Christmas right now. We've actually got like sort of Christmas threw up in here. This is not even close to all of our boxes. I think we already went through one whole box, and then my dad brought down 4 in total plus the Christmas tree, and we still didn't finish going through these 3. And then we also have like another 80 boxes, I think, in the attic. Like, honestly, it's crazy. So we did end up getting our Christmas tree all put up, but there's only half of it that's actually put up because we realized is that it doesn't stick out as far if you're gonna butt it up against the wall, is if you don't put all of the, the Christmas tree together, so that it's actually like probably like 3/4 of the way put together. So there's a little bit on the back side that's not, so that you can like push it up against the wall so it is not sticking out all super crazy far, so that we still have some room where we can, you know, pull it out. And look at that, guys, it gave such a cool little it was out of focus, and look at that, it's giving it such a cool such a cool effect there. Anyways, yeah, so this is all of the decorations that are still out, that still need to be put out and things like that, and it's gonna take a while to get back in focus. But we took out all of the fall stuff, is all off of here. We also have this is now on the that table, and all of this stuff is down. I think most of this or some of this is gonna need to go in a box. This is just our normal decor that's normally in the room, but it was stuff that was like hanging up here, so obviously since we have the Christmas tree here, you can't see it and it looks tacky leaving it up. And then some of the other little things too, and then this also too got all cleared off. And of course, guys, we had to end up moving the coffee area thingy that was here because we put the tree here. So we did this whole flip-flop thing that's going on here. We've got this random little thing that's here too, with these like two tables, which are actually the ones that used to be in the kitchen. And then we ended up, what was here was this. We switched this, put it there, and then we put so here's what happened, guys. This was here, we put it there. That was there, we put it here. Now this was in the kitchen right over here. This was in the kitchen over here. This is now here, and that is now there. So this actually, I think, still has our cutting board and our trays that are here. Because, yeah, this, I don't even really know why we have the 2 tables in the kitchen, other than because there's double storage in these drawers in the kitchen then, and also because we can then stack the like baking sheets, which are currently, I guess, almost all dirty because we did so much baking stuff yesterday. But that stuff was all here, and we can leave it here underneath this table, and this one can still be decorated. I don't know where this stuff is going for Christmas, that we're just leaving this table in here for a little while. But yeah, here is the Christmas tree, and we have lights on it right now, because we actually found 2 things of lights that were already that we bought like last year, and then we did buy 1 small thing of lights. So the lights we actually used last year, we're not using. These are all brand new lights. So we still have like the older ones that maybe we'll put up on the mantle, because we'll probably have, I think, an extra 2 strands or something like that of lights. So again, I think we might do some on the mantle. Maybe we might even do some up here and like run an extension cord or something like that. But we do have, like I said, that. So we're ready sort of for Christmas right now, which is weird because normally we don't wind up getting super, like we normally don't have the Christmas tree up the first week. We might end up putting like away the, what's it called? The like fall decorations that first week after Thanksgiving, and you know, maybe the second week. But honestly, I don't feel like we have our Christmas tree up until like at least the second week after Thanksgiving. Sometimes even later. Like we might end up doing just like most of the Christmas decorations and then put up the Christmas tree. But right now we do have the Christmas tree up and all the lights, so we could actually maybe do ornaments tomorrow. But we had to wait because all the ornament box along with the lights are in a different bin, and so we were gonna actually wait anyway to do the ornaments until a different day because Jack's also sick. But then we were like, oh, we found all the lights that we actually have brand new lights on for, because I think last year, guys, I want to say we had 2 different colors. Like one was LED and then one was like more the soft like white that we have right now, and they looked really stupid together. And like it looked really, really dumb. So I think that these are both the same. Oh, these ones are obviously the same lights, but I think the ones that are up in the attic in the other bin, I thought they were like 2 different colors or something like that, and it looked really dumb. So that's why we ended up, I think, buying the second box of like the like white, like ivory more colors, like the soft white, instead of, like I said, that like those LED ones. I thought we bought them because we were going to replace them. But then, again, we ended up just getting 1 box of lights. Actually, my dad bought them last week at Menards, and we were able to have enough. So we actually don't need to get any more lights. We also have got lights that we're going to put out on our bush, and it looked kind of dumb last year. So that's why we ended up getting another strand this year, because it looked like we had really like stretched it and made it just look like really like bare kind of. And so we ended up getting another strand of lights this year that we're gonna go put out. So we might actually honestly do that tomorrow, because I seriously, guys, think that we ended up doing it while it was like snowing or raining or something like that last year, and or right before I think it snowed or something. I just remember it was really like nasty out and miserable, because I thought it was like starting to rain or starting to snow, and we had to try and like rush to get it done, because if not, we were gonna probably be buried out in the snow for like a few days. So yeah, but all of our fall stuff all got put away, and I really hope we don't find like random fall stuff around in places, because I realized that like a lot of times during like the holidays, you know, you like put things away or whatever, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I found this like random, like, you know, little like holly or something like that, and you're like, this is supposed to go like in the, you know, the Christmas box, or, you know, you find some like random little leaves or something like that, and you're like, this was supposed to go in the fall box or something. It's supposed to go back up in the attic. So we do have all that stuff is successfully, I believe, put away. So there's some little decorations that are sort of out here and there right now that my mom was kind of putting in places, but yeah, it's like I said, we have the tree up at least right now. Some other little decorations are out and about, but I'm happy, guys. It almost feels like Christmas already. And you know, like, I don't know, again, for us it's kind of weird because we normally don't end up doing anything till really like the first week, but I feel like this is gonna make it like Christmas is gonna last for like a really long time now, because like we did it so early this year. And Matthew and my dad are actually gonna go out Christmas shopping tomorrow, just because our tradition has sort of been like every year, like one of us will like go out shopping with my dad normally. We just honestly, we always did it, and it wasn't even normally like, now it's kind of developed into where it's just one of us will end up going. When we were little, like a lot of times, like if my dad was going to get stuff for my mom, like all 3 of us will wind up going somewhere, or maybe he'd take like 1 or 2 of us to places or something like that. Normally it was me and Matthew because we were just older, but a few times it was me and my dad and Jack. And we did end up actually picking up some stuff for Matthew when we went shopping. I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. Me, Jack, and my dad went and picked up a few things for Matthew and my mom actually as well. But you know, just kind of, it was like a, oh, we saw this and we'll pick it up sort of thing. But a lot of times it's like specifically like Christmas shopping things just to like go out and go and get. But it started again more as that tradition. We just kind of go, all of us, and a lot of times we would go to, because right next to where we go, a lot of times when we go to GameStop, there would be a Jimmy John's right next door, and so we always used to go and get Jimmy John's. Like even I remember doing it, although Matthew and my dad say it's their tradition to always go and get Jimmy John's, but I remember going and doing it several times, like during the holidays. Like we just go and stuff like that. And honestly, guys, I remember so many times, like especially around the holidays, we'd go to GameStop just like almost every weekend. Like honestly, I remember being there just about every week. And so again, that was more their tradition, I guess they kind of claimed it as. So I think one year I went to Chipotle, I think maybe 2 years in a row or something like that. And then last year we ended up going to Potbelly, which I actually seriously liked because it was really super amazing. And the only thing about like Chipotle is I feel like I can't finish the burrito in the allotted amount of time to finish it sometimes, whereas like finishing like the sandwich from Potbelly that I got, I was able to actually finish. Anyways though, so we'll normally wind up going like with like just my dad like one day on like a weekend or whatever, and just go Christmas shopping. And like I said, it's kind of always just been like a tradition that I can remember doing for like a really long time. And like it's so weird too, because I even remember sometimes when I was little, like just like walking around like Toys R Us and stuff like that, and I almost feel like maybe it was just so that they could gauge sort of like what we wanted for like the holidays, maybe even too. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, so Matthew and my dad are going to go tomorrow, but we've got to get to Aldi and Menards. I'm not going to go to the other two, to Valley Produce and Caputo's. One, because I didn't make my list. Second, because Caputo's, I think, is running their sales for like 2 weeks basically, so they don't, like, they'll run it until next Tuesday only because of the holidays. So they start their ads I think on Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, and like, why would you do that when it's on a holiday already? Like, you're not changing it up isn't gonna make anybody be like, oh, I definitely want to go and get like another turkey or the same stuff that I bought last week or whatever. So I think that, like, I know theirs is running for like 2 weeks or like 10 days or something like that, whatever. And then Valley Produce might have a new ad, but it didn't come like in the circular like to our house, and I'm not gonna make my list offline. I was just like, and I would only be going there probably because I might go back to like, you know, Caputo's to get some of the produce that they had still on sale that's also from last week, like, you know, the same sales. But I kind of just don't feel like it. I was like, what's the big deal? It's really nothing. And so I think I'm just gonna go to Aldi, and then also to, because we are gonna get I have to get dog food too at Menards, so that's why we have to go to Menards. So those are the two places we have to go. But Aldi doesn't open till 9 anyway, so I can sort of kind of sleep, and I don't have to be up at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning to get to the other stores and then go to Aldi. So anyways, yeah, so that's what's up, guys, and what we're doing this weekend. But I think me and Matthew and Jack, maybe even too, are probably going to wind up going shopping on our own. And I just want to wait because I want to try and figure out maybe a little bit more of like what I want to get for people, only because like, I don't know, I felt like one of the first vlogs, it wasn't like one of the first ones, but like the first like month or whatever I started vlogging, I think it was like the Christmas ones, and that first Christmas, I feel like I did so good on deals. I got a ton of stuff super cheap. I got like a lot of stuff. Like, I felt like I was able to like buy a lot of Christmas presents and like get them all, like, you know, what would have been like, you know, $100 maybe, it was down to like $50 for people and stuff like that. And I just remember that Christmas, like, I got really good deals, and I was able to like get, you know, good presents for people and stuff like that. And I was like, I felt like I let it simmer a little bit more, like I was really planning out what I wanted to get for people longer, than, you know, maybe I bought some stuff a little bit earlier, because I know I bought a few things offline, but I also ended up buying some stuff in stores. Like, I remember I went to Toys R Us and got Jack some things. I went to Bath and Body Works and got my mom some stuff, but I shopped around at a lot of stores, and then also to like just like bought some stuff online. But I felt like I got really good deals, and I felt like, you know, again, because I let it simmer a little bit more and figured out what I wanted to get for people. And so that's why I'm like, my dad was like, well, do you want to go this week? And I was like, I don't know what I want to get for anybody. Like, I don't know yet. But again, Matthew was like, oh, like, if you want to go to Bath and Body Works, like, we can just, you know, like, go on, you know, one of the days, even too, when he's home for break, you know, we could just go during the weekday instead of having to go, like, you know, at, you know, on a weekend or whatever. Because I feel like if you get to the stores early in the morning, or, you know, like midday when a lot of people are at work and stuff like that, it's better, you know, timing during the day than I feel like it is, you know. And again, probably 2 weeks before Christmas, because a week before Christmas you're even pushing it a little bit, but it's not quite as busy. And again, I like to not deal with crowds that much, when, especially when I'm shopping, just because, and especially when I'm trying to do a deal or like remember stuff, and like, you know, with my grocery lists and everything like that, even too, like, there's too many people and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I forgot I didn't get this, or I forgot I didn't get that. I still do that sometimes, even if not, but I feel like I'm just better focused when I'm, you know, like there's only a few other people in the store versus like crowds of people in the store. Look around a little bit more, you know, let it simmer a little bit more, like what do you want to get, you know, what sounds good about this or whatever. But I really just want to, you know, figure out like what do I think is like a really good present for people. I do have a slight idea for Matthew that kind of popped into my brain while I was actually sitting here, but again, it's something that I want to look for deals now and try and figure out like, okay, as soon as that thing goes on sale, I want to go and get it at that store, or you know, buy it online or get that or whatever. You know, and I'm more of, I'd rather go to the store and buy it than buy it online, unless I can't, or unless there's like a better deal that's like an only online deal. But for me, I think I'd rather be in the store and buy the item than buying it you know, like online. So we'll have to see. And again, I'll probably wind up being with Matthew for part of the shopping as well, just because like normally me and my dad end up going like Target, or like I think maybe one year we went to Best Buy, and like honestly we do some last minute shopping sometimes too, if somebody was like, oh, I forgot to get that, or I didn't get that, or you know, whatever. You know, like my dad's like, I'm, you know, like I still have maybe another $100 I could spend, you know, for so and so, or another $50 or something like that, you know, just because like my parents normally try and keep it like budget wise like even, and so that's why like sometimes I'll be like, I forgot this thing, like, you know, or this person, you know, we didn't end up getting that thing for that person because it wasn't there or whatever, so let's try at this store. So sometimes we do wind up like last minute, like, you know, the week of Christmas, and normally that's when I end up going with, because my dad will be like, oh, like I remember one year he was like, oh, actually we didn't get this thing for like my mom, like you want to go with to like, I think we went to Best Buy or something, and I was like, sure, why not? So we ended up doing that. But again, I have some ideas, maybe a little bit, but again, I feel like I can get the best deals if I wait and try and find sales. The one thing I will not do though is I do not like doing Black Friday shopping. I feel like that's too overwhelming. I don't have ideas yet of what I want to buy for people, and I feel like it is just a very like I would just impulse buy then, instead of actually thinking about it, making a, you know, a game plan, and then trying to get it when it's on sale or something like that, instead of just being like, okay, it's Black Friday, like I'm just gonna go into the store and like, you know, okay, these are the doorbuster stuff, and you know, I'm just gonna buy this and this, and like it wasn't something I really wanted to get for that person, or I thought they'd really like or whatever. That's why I think that like I said, I want to wait a little bit more. I'm not a huge Black Friday shopping person, which is surprising because you'd think I would be, but I feel like it's too close. Like I haven't gotten to that like Christmas mindset and Christmas present buying mindset, which is why like this weekend it's like, yeah, no, there's like a lot like that I'm definitely not even like, you know, my brain isn't there yet. So that's why, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.